All right, I want to take a minute and just show a quick redraw of this circuit. So we had the other way to kind of draw out this circuit kind of visually. I'm going to label these nodes A, B, C, and we'll call this one D. And when you do that, we can then start working our way through this circuit from left to right. You're going to have your power supply, your positive end. And it looks like we go through that first resistor, and we go to node A. So this is a 3 ohm. At A, we split two ways. All right, so I'll create my little NCAA bracket. If I go the top way, I always like to go the long way first. It looks like I'm going to go, there's A. I'm going to go through one resistor, that is the 9 ohm, and it looks like I hit another split. That's B, and it splits two ways again, so I'll create another bracket. And I'll go the high road again. It looks like I'll go through R6 and R7. So those two resistors, that's the 2 and that's the 4, go one way. And if I go down at B, I go through one resistor. That's a 6 ohm. And both of those merge together at point C. And from C, it looks like I don't go through any resistor. I go right to D. All right, and now I'm going to go back to where I split at A. And at A, I go the down route, takes me through two resistors. All right, that would be the 10 and the 2. And that merges with D. So C and there's D, and then we can go back to our source. So this would be a redraw of that circuit. And hopefully you see if we start to break down the voltages, right? Well, I got to drop 90 total volts. Well, I dropped 30 volts here. Right? We calculated that, which means the remaining pathway, if I take this low road, well, then I got to drop a combined 60 volts between those, right? And this whole top pathway would drop 60 volts. And we end up dropping 45 here, which means each of these other pathways, it's got to drop the remaining 15 volts. 15 volts and a shared 15 volts, right? Because that gets us our total of 90. So you kind of see how those loop and parallel rules come into play to get our total 90 volt of drop for each pathway. All right, we really can see that you have one pathway that would take the low road. You have another pathway, if I can find some other highlighters here. This other pathway would take the high road and then go low. And then we have a third pathway that would take the high road and stay high. So those three pathways, each of those is going to drop 90 volts along the way. They each hit a different number of resistors, but nonetheless, those resistors will drop the 90 volts. So hopefully this visually gives you another way to think about this pathway. Maybe kind of fits that toll booth analogy going down a highway.